What's up? It's Nick Giuliano. That is Jack Harlow. Jack, what's up, man? How you doing?
What's up, brother? Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Where are you checking in from?
Well, I was conceived in Louisville, Kentucky. I was raised in Louisville, Kentucky, but I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, quarantining.
Well, let's talk about the big news. That's what's popping. You're hearing it on Hot 106. Crazy success with this song right now. How does it feel in this moment?
It's a blessing, bro. It's my first one, so everything I'm feeling for the first time, and the validation is real. And now my appetite is expanded, and I want a second one.
For those hearing the song for the first time, what does it mean to you? Where did the song come from?
One thing I'll say about this song that was special and taught me a lesson for songs in the future is when I was writing it, how it began, there wasn't a lot of thought going into it. It was loose. I was letting go, and I was just letting the words come that came. And then as the song went on, I said a lot of fly stuff, but as the song went on, there was substance, and there was real things that I added, especially in the second half. I was talking about some of my truths, some of my friendships, some of the struggles I've been having with my friendships, distrust, things like that, things that people can relate to. And it was so amazing for me to see that there were pieces from both halves that people were attaching to. The first half, everybody likes to say, "What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in." Everybody immediately attaches to that. But then the second half you have, this one my head is, I feel resentment from every direction. Even some homies are wearing expressions. I be discouraged from sharing my blessings. We used to share a connection. Now it just feels like it's wearing and stretching. That was truth. And that's what feels so good about having a smash record. But there's truth in it. It ain't just cheap, contrived BS. So I feel great, man.
That's why it resonates with people. And I love talking to artists like yourself in this moment, because this is the lottery for you, bro. You have a radio hit, you have a streaming success hit. What does that feel like to have all of those things kind of come together? Your music video that we'll get to, crazy views on that. So this song all encompasses that right now in this moment.
Yeah, it's special. It's what I was fantasizing about up until I got it for years. So it's a dream come true, and now we just got to keep it going.
So I mentioned the music video, over 36 million views in a little over 3 months. It looked like it was a terrible time at work. You didn't have any fun shooting that at all.
Oh, yeah. No, great night.
Cole Bennett, obviously behind it, directing and editing. So talk to us about the music video and going through that process.
Well, me and Cole, we've been real friends for about a year. It took him forever to pick a song he wanted to do. So because of that, the first time we were on set, we'd already been cool for a year. We'd partied together. He'd come to Louisville already. We formed a bond. And so by the time we were on set, the chemistry was, we were buddies. I was joking with him, we were elbowing, all that. It was good vibes. So he came up with the vision. He wrote the treatment. I got to give him all the credit for that. So the video is really him. And he smashed it. So I love it.
The album is Sweet Action. It's been out for about a month and a half now. It's 7 tracks. You should definitely check it out. What's the reception been like from your fans, not only from What's Poppin', but from the day one Jack Harlow fans?
They like it. It's on par with stuff I've done from the past, but there's an elevation. And more than anything, the EP was delivered because I was about to go on tour, and I wanted to give them new music. I dropped a mixtape 6 months ago, and I really could have toured again off that, but it was a treat to my fans, because if you think about it, the fact that no tours happened and we just been in the crib, What's Poppin' would have kept the good vibes going. You know what I mean? But I'm glad the EP's out. A lot of those songs, like you said, it's a 7-song EP, so the concept was loose. I just wanted to put some ear candy out there. And that's why I called it Sweet Action, because it's just candy-coated, bouncy music.
One of the things, you just played me an unreleased track before we started, and I appreciate that. It seems like you're heavy into the production. So do the words come before the beat, or does the beat come before the words, or is it a combination of both?
Typically the beat. I never write a song to silence. I've never been that type of artist, but I will think of a first line while I'm driving. I'll think of how I want to start a song. But, that doesn't count. That just is kind of, I'll think of a concept. But the beat is where, because you have to marry the beat. You know what I mean? You have to, beats have a key, they have a tempo, they have a drum pattern, and something like What's Poppin' comes together because there's a marriage between what I'm doing with my voice and that beat. And you can come close, but to get it as sticky as those two are, you have to marry them. and the beat had to come first for me.
Well, on all 7 tracks, obviously the beats must have meant something to you for those to make the EP. But one of the ones that stood out to me was track 6, because you could hear how excited you are to go over that beat of Hey Big Head. So talk to us about that song. And it seems like that's the one your fans are kind of gravitating to after What's Poppin'.
Yeah, man. You know what's so crazy is I wasn't gonna put that on Sweet Action, and about 2 weeks before I dropped, I remember I played Bryson that song. Bryson Tiller from Louisville as well. We were in Miami, and he just wanted to hear some music. So I played him the EP, and he's like, "EP is dope, man. I'm liking it." And I was like, "You want to hear some more stuff that ain't on the EP?" He's like, "Yeah." So I played him Hey Big Head. He's like, "What are you doing?" And it wasn't finished at the time. So he gave me the battery in my bag to not only finish Hey Big Head, but Smells Like Incense. Sweet Action was going to be a 5-song EP. Bryson Tiller is the reason it's 7. He made me finish 2 rap records. So, and I owe him because, like you said, that has the most. I think I Want to See Some Ass has been up there, but Hey Big Head's been like the fan favorite for sure. And you know what's funny is it had so much more music and sounds in it. Hey Big Head did, and we just stripped it and just left it with the drums and that bell. So it's just
that Kentucky connection. I'm a big Bryson Tiller fan. The song that you have off Confetti with him is so dope with the Usher sample. So what was that like for you? I mean, you're from Kentucky. I'm sure that you were a huge B. Tiller fan before all this. And I mean, obviously from that last answer, you're working pretty close with him now, but what is that like, kind of having that connection made with him?
I mean, bro, if I was in the right state of mind, it could bring me to tears. I ain't gonna lie, because he's an idol of mine. To have that relationship, to have him looking over my music, he's a hero. So it's super special. It makes me emotional for real.
I mean, I can see that too. I mean, for all of you out there listening, whatever industry you're in, just think about that person that made you want to get into it. And now you're working with that person. It's it's surreal. It's crazy.
He's a hometown hero, bro. I remember being in high school and him, like, he just inspired me to do this. And he was he was the first one from my city to reach that level. And I used to, oh my God, I had my notifications on for his posts. I was trying to buy his tickets. I was just hanging off of everything he did. I mean, 2014, 2015 was a crazy time in Louisville because we watched someone become a superstar right in front of our eyes. Crazy.
I'm not saying that Trap Soul helped me after one of the worst breakups of my life. I'm not saying that happened, but it definitely happened.
Salute.
Shout out to that girl. Shout out to that girl. All right, so let's go back to something you mentioned a little bit ago about a tour, because you have this project, you have a single that's on the radio. The next step is that tour, and obviously with what's happening right now, that's not possible. So how does that make your head feel to not be able to get out to your fans right now and perform that stuff live?
It's painful, especially to be at the height of my career. So it just gives me this combo of anxiety and drive to keep them coming, because there's a good chance that this song won't outlast what's going on. You know, I think it's a great song, but there's a decent chance that by the time we can tour again, by the time we get to really, really, truly be outside again, new music will have come in and people have been heard what's popping. And so that gives me the drive to, I got to keep going. But I'm just blessed that I got my biggest hit, and I'm spending my time inside, because all the stuff I've been recording, I would have been on tour this whole time.
I want to end off with a few fun things. I'm sure you saw it by now, but Shaq on his IG Live went in on your song a few days ago. So when you see someone like, I know you're a big sports fan because of the sports references and all of your music. So, I mean, that had to be crazy to see that happen, right?
Oh, it's fire, you know? It's fire because he's one of those guys he might as well be the president. Everyone knows Shaq. You know, it was the same experience on Fallon. People know Jimmy Fallon. Like, it's dope having these universal experiences that anyone would care about, from a 10-year-old to a 90-year-old.
I want to ask you about Generation Now. That's one of the labels that you're on with Atlantic Records, but Generation Now is the Instagram. You can check that out on IG. What was the reasoning for signing with those guys, and what's that experience been like?
It's been super rewarding. It's been a privilege. You know, I sit in the studio with Don Cannon and DJ Drama sometimes, and they tell me stories about the past. You know, they've broken generations of artists. You know, they're from a whole different era, and they've just seen so much that it's amazing. You know, Drama did all the dedication mixtapes with Lil Wayne. Don Cannon used to work closely with Jeezy. Not to mention how they broke Lil Uzi just a couple of years ago. Like, they've just seen it all and they've done it all. So it's amazing. And they have every contact in the world. So, I have a leg up.
Well, I would obviously have wished that this would have been either in the studio or at a show to do this first time that we talked, man. But I really appreciate you. I know that you're doing a lot of these. I appreciate you taking time to talk to us here in Rhode Island, in Providence, in New England. And when this is all over, hopefully we can get you up here soon, man. You got a lot of fans up here.
It means a lot, bro. Thank you.